Okay, well, that's where we're going to start this interview.
No.
Jackson with the prolific statement that you don't need therapy if you have TikTok. I think I need more therapy because
that statement alone is the reason will very much go to show you that I'm in desperate need of therapy. It's true though.
It makes you feel better or comparatively or what?
It's like an epic serotonin boost, which I'm sure is super unhealthy, but it's also I'm on therapy TikTok. So like my feed are like life hacks and ways to talk to yourself and like body positivity now in this past year. So I'm pretty sure it's just like doing its thing for me.
I'm on like dudes that power wash garage doors. What? I'm on the wrong one.
my fiance is on the wrong one. Like he is on golf, crypto, and conspiracy theory TikTok. And like mine's just like a combination of like, do your affirmations, and then you swipe, and then it's like, it's about damn time. And then you swipe, and it's like, if I were fishing, you caught me. Look at that. That's my feed.
But you have what, 17 million followers, and I have like 40,000 or something. So maybe that's why. Maybe I haven't earned the good TikTok yet. Maybe that's
no, that's not. You know what you need to do when you like something and you feel like something's healthy and something that's feeding you. You watch that full thing through. You do not swipe, and then your feed will change. I promise.
I'd be curious to know, based on this, what your stats look like. Like how much time per day you spend on there, because you seem to be very knowledgeable, and of course you're very popular.
It's not good. I wouldn't recommend my okay. Like, it's not good. It's not healthy. The amount of let's just call it a very unhealthy amount of hours I spend on TikTok through the day. Also because I like to creep around in the comments sections of things. So like I comment on everything. Yeah.
People don't realize it's not the content, it's the comments.
The comments are 50% of, I think, like what makes a video funny, because it's everybody's input, and like the funnier the comment, it'll go to a top comment. So I sit there and I just comment on things that are engaging and reply to comments, but I'm on the app probably about 6 to 7 hours a day.
Well, Jax, you know I'm a fan, and I'm pivoting. because
get out of there quick. Abort. Abandon ship.
We're gonna edit that part out just for your own popularity.
It's not great, guys.
You know I'm a fan. I consider us friends now, and also you're famous, but I know you're going to be famouser. So like the fact that we're on a first name basis like this is. I mean, I'm really pulling for you because I like to know people who are like really successful, and you're one of those people. So, so if you could just keep rising, so I could just come along for the ride, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, like if you keep just like talking to me and being on the ride, I will just keep going until I die. So thank you for supporting me and the music, and just like being a homie, and bringing us back to home when we saw you last. So we're always excited to see a familiar face, and we appreciate you just being a human.
No, you're the best. But you got me though with the Cinderella snapped story. If this is a true story,
and
I need you to tell it to everybody. But first of all, you call your grandmother Nana?
Yeah.
Okay, I call my grandmother Nana, and my grandparents were my favorite people.
Yeah.
And my Nana would have done something like this. Maybe she did even. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe she wanted me to grow up to be a strong woman. I'm not sure. But tell me the story. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. Like for those of you, I mean, also like Chicago falls into this category for sure, but like East Coast grandparents are a different breed, I think, of elderly. And they never have a filter, and they have like, they're loud and they'll roast you. And like, we grew up with a pretty ruthless group of friends and family. And when I was a kid, my Nana when I went through some like very dramatic elementary school dance thing, she had taken my original Cinderella, like hardcover early 2000s book, and crossed out all the like patriarchal things she disagreed with. By the way, backstory, she raised a family, got the kids out of the house, went back to school, and like studied finance and got a crazy foreign trade position on Wall Street. Like for that time, especially, that is like a crazy story. So she was always like a CEO, OG feminist inspiration in my life.
Yeah,
And
powerful woman. Yeah.
she,
Yeah.
I mean, she just gives zero, like
Right.
she's amazing. So when my parents were cleaning out storage, they found that old book and I was like, oh my God, it just felt so. I want to say like it's like half true that it was like the full inspiration behind the song. I didn't word for word copy this book. It was pretty much scribbles and profanities. But it inspired what I was feeling, all the, support I was getting on Victoria's Secret for things I never thought I'd be able to accomplish. So I just kind of maybe needed a little positive affirmation from a group of people on the internet that saw me for who I was and also experienced the same things with their bodies and as women. So I felt this like new boost of security. And I was like, I was also raging in the workplace for reasons I'll keep to myself, but I just felt that I was being talked down to a lot. And it was in the middle of a successful moment. So it was confusing for me. So I wanted to write a song about what I was going through in the workplace, what I regret, which is like waiting around for an ex that was cheating on me. And I wanted to satirically turn it into that book where instead of just Cinderella knowing what she wants, I wanted all the Disney princesses to have all different sorts of priorities and stuff other than just being chosen to be somebody's princess and wife. Yeah.
Well, no, and I hope people would agree. I consider myself a feminist and an ally and all these things. But I guess I really never thought about how a lot of the stories that we read, I think are well intentioned growing up and stuff, but like it does sort of paint this picture of the man saving the day, or the man as the provider, or the man as the hero, or whatever. And it rarely depicts women that way. At least in the stuff that we grew up reading.
Yes. I think like there is like a new wave of Disney and like fairy tale stuff and animations where they're like addressing cool like social nuanced things like mental health awareness and right. So but like back then, yeah, I mean just the concept alone that there was a prince running around deciding on who the princess was based on whether or not this shoe fit, and maybe he like wanted to find her and then she was like maybe like put my foot in the shoe. I don't know, it just felt, I loved Disney growing up and I love like the magic of fairy tales, but I do think that there is a place in the world right now for a princess to like have other cool goals, and that's the happy ending. And then if she finds a guy or a girl or whatever to support what she's doing, then that's the real happy ending. You get a supportive rock in your life and a best friend. My fiance is listening and he's blushing right now. And also you get to maybe get a degree and be confident with your body and just not really care about being chosen to be somebody's wife. So here we are.
No, I love it. And I feel like there are artists who have a platform or have a mission, but it doesn't necessarily connect with the content necessarily. It's, I don't know, U2 and eradicating hunger or disease or whatever it is. But like in your case, I feel like your mission and your music are very well intertwined. I mean, which comes first? Is it like, this is what I'm about, so I'm going to write songs about it? Or is it, or do you write the songs and then that becomes sort of your mission off stage as well?
I think a little bit of both. Like for me, I spent a lifetime just drowning in imposter syndrome, thinking nobody really wanted to hear what I was saying at all because it sucked, right? So I was like, there's nothing good about my music. It's just so cheesy that no one's going to want to listen to it. And no one's going to want to listen to like satirical ways of addressing like major social problems. Like that was, and then with Victoria's Secret, the second I realized that people cared and like young girls cared and wanted to listen to the music and I had somebody's ear for a second, I was like, I better not waste this shot and just go all out and write about the things that I believe. And I don't know. I hope I don't, I'm not like running around on the streets like protesting. I kind of just live in this house and don't leave it. But I'm really happy that I pour my heart out into a song and that people can take it and, be confident, and it can change somebody, and it can change like the route and like the path of somebody's life, being like, oh, I was looking in the mirror and I was hating my body. And then I realized so-and-so is Victoria's Secret's made up by some creepy old dude in Ohio. So why do I hate my body? Like, this is stupid. And I was like, this is it. I wish that like I had that little whisper in my ear. So I'm honored that people are giving my music a shot, and might as well not waste the one probably glimmer of time that I have to, show people what I believe in. So it's a little bit of both, but inspired by the audience for sure here, because I've acquired a new group of people that are more like friends than they are fans at this point. So
which has to be so satisfying. Is that as satisfying or more satisfying than when you go on a stage and like the Jingle Ball, everybody knew the words to Victoria's Secret? Like, is that the high? I mean, selfishly, if you were to talk about as an artist, like the thing, because you give so much, but the thing that you get back, is that the most fun when you're on the stage and it's like everybody here knows these words?
I think it's second most fun. It's like it's bizarre, right? So it's like very weird to see everybody sing the songs, especially since half of, TikTok and like whatever this past few years has been like, it started in quarantine. So it started in the pandemic, locked in the house and not really putting faces and rooms of people compared to views and likes and comments and like whatever it was that happened so quickly. So that's really awesome to see a room full of people singing something that came from this like little bedroom, but I think the thing that rocks my world the most is when I get to meet some of the kids, like outside of the show and at meet and greets and stuff, and just talk to the families and, be able to actually speak human to human to some of the fans. That's just like the coolest thing in the world. You have no idea. Like, God, I've had girls write songs for me and like sing to me, rewrite my songs to their own version from their point of view, like custom art. Like, there's just like so much talent and so much heart out there, and I love it. I love meeting people. That's like got to be the best part.
I wrote you a song too, and on the back of it is a little contract you have to sign in case it goes number one. Just for a small percentage, I'd like to have.
That sounds like that. You just sound. That's my life.
Yeah, that's just a small. Just
and
just
I'm like 30%.
Okay.
Sure.
So you spend 8 hours a day on TikTok. Does your Samsung S23 Ultra, does it last that long, or do you have to plug it in, or do you get all 8 hours at a time?
The battery life of my Samsung's pretty incredible. Like I have a actually, it actually will last you like a really, really long time. I think editing destroys my all battery things, right? So like I'll sit there and I'll edit. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. And the screen is like way bigger here. So check.
See, there
Screen's
you go.
Here.
Product placement. It's right. You're actually holding one.
It's my phone. Like, I love it. Look how big TikTok is here. Cause I'm like, my vision's like pretty terrible. So
this interview is such that you're just going to watch TikTok instead.
Oh God, you're right. See how bad I am? I literally just opened this thing. The first excuse I had to open TikTok, I did. Yeah, no, I love it. It's really fun. We're recording like so much content. We just did a music video on only Samsungs this weekend. So.
Oh, real? The whole thing?
Whole thing.
Wow.
4 devices.
Because I guess I think like music video or video shooting, like big ass cameras and like dudes, I don't know, lights
Me too.
And tracks. And, I don't know.
We pretty much placed bets on whether or not this would work. And I didn't know where I stood because I was like, everyone always told me the camera quality is nuts. Like that is what this phone is known for. Right. And it's like, okay, the TikToks look great. The content's awesome. But if it's that nuts, everyone's seeing it's like a movie, like a professional camera. And I'm like, then why don't we just do the music video on Samsungs and just replace the professional cameras and set them up on the things that a pro camera would have? Like, what's it called? Is it like not a dolly, but one of those things where they pull back?
You're asking me. I talk on the microphone. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know much, but all I know is that.
But you don't need it. You don't need it.
No, we did it. It's done. Like the video's done and it looks sick. I'll show it to you. We'll send you a little sneak peek, but it's pretty cool. Like only on Samsungs. Nuts.
Well, and congratulations for being part of this Samsung Galaxy launch pad powered by iHeartRadio. And I I got that whole line out. I'm proud of myself. And it's so good to see you. And I'll see you on tour this summer.
Really?
With my friend Jess. No, I'm going to come. We're friends, remember?
Well,
friends
obviously, I know that you could just easily get your, I'm sure, passes and stuff. But if not, don't forget to just hit us up and we'll make sure that you and, I don't know, friends, family.
No, it'll be fun. We'll be there.